I don't think that we will ever come out of being in exile due to the present state of diplomatic relations between the United States and China. China Post 1 is the only American Legion post in exile. We were forced out of Shanghai, China in 1948. The post records were sent back to American Legion headquarters. Claire Chenault was a general at that time with the Flying Tigers. He became the commander and ensured that the China Post kept the longevity going. And I am presently the 7th commander since World War II of China Post 1.
The original Shanghai Post was made up of World War I veterans, of course, and most of them were involved in industry one way or another in China. So they were people that were doing things for the government, the Trans-Siberian Railroad. I mean, there were things like that. 1948, they had to leave because the Chinese took over, Chinese communists took over. And the idea, I thought, was, they thought, I wasn't there yet, was that it'll be a year or two and we're going to come back and take China back. So we'll go into exile and wait for this to occur. Well, we're still waiting. And in the meantime, as part of an overseas post, because we always were, what differentiated many of our members from others is that we had remained overseas one way or another. So this then, the so-called Soldier of Fortune post, you mentioned earlier General Ward. I like to think that General Chenault fit that bill as a Soldier of Fortune too.
We consider having a meeting whenever 2 members get together that are China Post 1 members, because we don't have a meeting place. And the watering holes are designated. A lot of them have been designated by the post commander, and they've been located all throughout the world. We have some memorial divisions where we have a high concentration of membership, various places all over the world. Wherever there's a high concentration of ex-military U.S. members that belong to China Post, if they're going to be there for quite a while, they'll find an area where they can hold meetings and communicate with what's going on in the local environment. We have communications that go out to our membership called a poop sheet. And what that is usually put out by the commander to inform the membership of upcoming events, things that have happened, status of the post, and then we have our annual meeting, and it's a reunion, and we get to see our fellow comrades and renew and show respect to the flag and the country, and spend some quality time with people that we have things in common with.
We're like-minded members, but we know each other. We all been in the same areas. We've done similar things, and we lived overseas, and we had to do with other things that had to do with other things that most Americans take for granted. And so we get together and we have a camaraderie, a friendship that transcends a lot of things. And we see each other not just often, maybe once a year sometimes, other times maybe 2 or 3 years before we see each other again. So it's very unique, and it's good to see one.
Well, I came to my first reunion last year, because like I said, I've only been in the post 3 years. And when I got home afterwards, my wife goes, "Well, how was it?" I go, "You know, I hardly said a word because I was listening the whole time. I was sitting at the feet of giants who had done stuff that was only rumored about or I'd heard about in dark corners, or the old agency guys that had been in Laos or Vietnam or Cambodia talked about. And now I was meeting some of the guys that were really doing that stuff, or people that were doing other stuff that I hadn't heard about before. you're finding the like-minded people who are the super patriots without, having to wear some T-shirt that states it. They're the quiet professionals, and you instantly know that you've found that soulmate, if you will, that you can talk about stuff. Even though you've been in different theaters at different time frames, you've shared similar experiences.